Frank, I'm really sorry to keep you waiting, but I was trying to shut Little John's window without waking him. What is this thing that Maeve has about fresh air?
It's good for you.
Freezing a baby is good for him, especially if he's been sick all night. You know, who am I to judge? You see, I'm only his mother, right? I'm really excited to hear what you have to say to me, but please, one thing, just keep your voice down, because Little John and Jack are sleeping, and they better stay sleeping. Believe me.
Well, I think we can get through at least one conversation without yelling at each other. And can't we?
I don't know, Frank. It's been a long time.
Look, Dee, I'm not here to argue with you. What I'd really like to do is just go over our situation together, logically, unemotionally, and see if we can't come up with a few decisions.
Oh, decisions? Like what?
Well, it seems to me that it's to your advantage as well as to mine that we take action on a divorce.
Well, I understand why it's to your advantage, but would you like to explain why it's to mine?
All right. Let's start with the fact that our marriage is over. I assume you're willing to admit that is the case.
Yeah, I think you finally convinced me of that, Frank.
Okay, then the question now becomes, what's next for you? And under the present circumstances, your options are limited.
Oh, really? Would you like to tell me how that is?
Well, in the first place, you can't marry anyone else.
Now, did I ever say I was going to remarry?
Oh, Dee, I can't imagine you without a man in your life for very long.
Well, me either, Frank, but I never said I was going to remarry. See, once might be enough.
Well, still, a divorce would give you a greater degree of freedom. You could make a clean break. Have a fresh start. There'd be a settlement, no encumbrances.
Oh, a settlement. Frank, are you talking about the $10,000?
Yes.
Think you could scrape up a little more?
Possibly.
See, I know that Jill inherited a lot of money from her father. I wonder how much she thinks you're worth.
Look, Jill's money has nothing to do with this. Now, I'm willing to see how far my credit will extend.
You know, it's not really the money that I want. How about custody of Little John?
Full custody?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Too bad.
Dee, what's the point? What do you expect to gain from this?
You know, I love it. I really love it. You know, Frank, I can't tell you how much fun I'm beginning to have. See, there you are. Maeve and Johnny's pride and joy. Big hero in Riverside, big-time lawyer, big city councilman. But you got your lady friend pregnant, and you're not married to her. There's absolutely no way you can get out of it. And here I am, poor, innocent Delia. I have nothing. I mean, they even took my baby away from me, so I have really nothing to lose. I can go anywhere I want, I can do anything I like, with anyone I choose. And you and Jill are just stuck in this awful mess.
Well, just where are you planning to go?
Oh, were you interested? Roger is planning to take me to Europe, but I'm not so sure that I'll go. But if I do go, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to comment on you and Roger just
Well, you
now.
don't have to comment on us. See, you've got to figure out a way to get yourself out of this mess with Jill. But I don't think there is a way.
You understand, don't you, that you can't keep on with this forever. Sooner or later, I am going to get a divorce.
Well, Frank, I'm sure that you will. Sooner or later. But not before Jill's baby needs a name.
Finally here.
Who are you? I'm Todd Manning.
This week.
You took my family, you took my identity, you took my life. You're a fake, and you are a freak.
Two Todds face off.
Go ahead and shoot me.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC, and weeknights at 9 on Soapnet.
I'm gonna propose to Sam. and I have to make sure I do it the right way.
This week,
What are you up to?
I think Sam's gonna love this.
be there for the proposal.
I would be honored to spend the rest of my life with you.
Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on Soapnet.
That's for babies. That's for babies. Baby. For babies. That's for babies. That's for... Oh, I like these.
Tasty, crunchy, and made with 100% natural whole grain oats. No wonder kids never outgrow them. The one and only Cheerios.
Brilliant color that defies damage. Thank you, Herbashine from Garnier. Herbashine, the only hair color with bamboo extract. Bamboo, like naturally strong. This amazing color actually fortifies my hair. And the color, in a word, radiant. And talk about shine. No ammonia, no worries, and not a gray in sight. 10 minutes for color like this? I spend more time getting into skinny jeans. Garnier Herbashine hair color. Fortified color, certified brilliant. Garnier, take care.
There's another way to help eliminate litter box dust. Purina Tidy Cats. Tidy Cats' premium line of litters now works harder on dust, and our improved formulas neutralize odors better than ever in multiple cat homes. So it's easier to keep your house smelling just the way you want it. Purina Tidy Cats. Keep your home smelling like home.
Degree asked women to use these jingle bells during one entire day, so they realize how much they move. That's why Degree created the new Motion Sense technology, the only formula activated directly by movement, keeping you protected for longer than the leading antiperspirant. The more you move, the more it works. And now get into the move with Degree, and you can earn prizes like designer shoes, cool gadgets, or amazing trips. Find us on Facebook to move, earn, and win. Degree, it won't let you down.
You are precisely the person I'm looking for. Come on over here where we can have a few minutes alone.
Do you realize how many months I've waited for you to say something like that to me? I mean, my wildest fantasies are about to be fulfilled. If only Jack didn't frighten me so much.
Oh, cut that out. Look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you pay Jack's hospital bill?
You told me I couldn't. You wouldn't let me.
I know what I said, Bucky. I'm trying to find out what you did.
Oh, now, no. It could have been Seneca. It could have been one of the Coleridges. It might have been even one of Jack's newspapers. I mean, why are you so determined to lay it on me?
Because I know it was you.
How do you know?
Because you're so nice.
Well, thank you, but let me explain something to you. If I had paid the bill after you expressly told me not to, well, there's no way I'd admit it.
Why not?
Well, because it would have been a pretty arrogant thing to do in the first place. And then, you know, you'd feel indebted. And I wouldn't want that. And there'd be no reason for you to feel that way.
What, are you kidding?
No, there wouldn't. Look, maybe you should know an embarrassing fact. I mean, $20,000 doesn't make any difference to me one way or the other.
Well, it does to me.
Okay, that's just the point. I mean, I have so much money it doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, I didn't work for it. I didn't do anything to deserve it. I mean, look, if I want $1,000, all I have to do is get on the phone and it appears. But for you to make $1,000 means a lot of time and effort and energy, which could be better devoted to something else than paying a hospital bill. You understand?
I think so. You did pay it, didn't you?
I didn't say oh. But if I had paid the bill and somebody were trying to thank me, I'd be awfully embarrassed because I'd know what a small effort it was on my part.
Oh, Bucky.
Oh, no, look at me. Somebody obviously cares a lot about you and Jack, and they wanted to help, and they didn't want to be thanked. So why don't you just let it go at that, huh?
Okay.
What's the matter?
It's nothing, really. It's just that I have been so worried about the money, and It's been a tough morning. Jack just...
Oh, no, come on, sit down.
Yeah.
Okay, you feel better?
Oh, I'm fine. Listen, I'm having the easiest pregnancy on record. My zipper doesn't meet anymore. I get a little tired, but that's about it.
Is Jack any happier about being a father?
No,
Your family doesn't understand that, do they?
not very well.
Well, I think I do.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be scared.
A fathering a child? Oh, come on, you'd be wonderful at it, Bucky.
Well, I ain't never been around kids. I mean, I don't know sure what you should do with them.
You treat them the same way you treat anybody you love.
Well, I don't think it's that simple to Jack. Besides, you know, that's somebody else to make decisions for. I mean, I have enough trouble making decisions for myself.
That's not what's worrying him.
He's not ready to share you yet, huh?
Yeah. That seems reasonable to you, too?
Well, up to a point. Hey, listen, may I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Go home and take a nap.
And when I wake up, Jack will welcome this baby.
When you wake up, you'll feel better.
All right, Buckminster. Thanks. Thank you for everything.
Oh, I don't know what for, but you're welcome.
You're really out to get Jill as well as me, aren't you?
How can you be surprised after what she's done to me?
And just what has she done to you?
She's taken you away from me.
Oh, come on, Dee. We don't have to do this. We're the only ones here now. And you and I know full well what our marriage was like before I started law school.
I know that Jill just loves to go to bed with other women's husbands.
I can't tell whether you're trying to get to me or if you've been going around so long blaming Jill, you really believe it yourself. But if you don't remember, I do. And I couldn't begin to give you what you wanted. There wasn't enough time, enough attention, enough money in this world to satisfy you. And by the time Jill and I finally did get together, I was tired. I was tired of either being angry or feeling guilty all the time. I was tired of your tears, hysterics, continual demands which I couldn't meet. And I was bored.
You are so mean.
No, on the contrary, I've spent a lot of time and energy myself trying to be fair. Look, may I offer you one word of advice?
Yeah, sure,
All
go
right,
ahead.
All right. Now, right now, I'm the one who wants a divorce. I think that you should consider what it might be like if the situation were changed.
You mean if I asked you for divorce and you refused me?
Possibly.
Well, don't worry about that, Frank, because that's not going to happen. See, as long as Jill is carrying your darling little baby, then you're going to need my cooperation a lot more than I'm going to need yours.
This is the first time in months I've seen you guys together in the same room without one of you at least climbing the walls. Hope I'm interrupting something good.
Well, that all depends on your point of view, Bob. Now, Delia here is just having a terrific time.
You see, Bobby, Frank's got this problem, and he'd like me to solve it. He would like a nice, tidy divorce so he could marry Jill. Now, everybody knows I never solve problems. I always make them. Right, Frank?
I see you, Bob.
Yeah, Frank, I'll see you later.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I'm standing here trying to figure out all the angles at it. I don't get it.
Do not, and I mean do not give me a lecture. Little John has been sick all night long, and I have to tiptoe around here because Jack feels rotten, and I have to listen to Frank tell me what a terrible wife I was. I really can't stand it anymore.
Well, look, I'm really sorry about all that, but it hasn't got anything to do with the fact that you're being just a little bit stupid.
Don't you dare call me stupid.
Now, you listen to me, Delia. You know more than anything else in this world, I'd love to see you get back with Frank. But it's not going to happen, is it?
No.
And Frank's in trouble, right?
Yeah, you bet he is.
And you say you still want to be part of the Ryan family? Maybe get back some of the love they lost over the past couple of months?
Yeah.
And you know they're half out of their head over the fact that their grandchild's going to be born without the family name?
Yeah.
So why don't you do something decent and good? It's no skin off your nose. Give Frank the divorce. You'll win a lot of points with Johnny and Maeve. Honey, you might even start feeling good about yourself.
Bobby, who said I wasn't going to give him the divorce?
I thought you just did.
Bobby, you know, sometimes you can really be stupid. I'm going to give him the divorce. But I'm going to make Jill and Frank pay for it. Just a little bit more. Just till I'm good and ready. See, how am I supposed to marry Pat if I'm still married to Frank?
Delia, I wish you'd get off that.
Why do I have to get off of it? See, Bobby, I've just started it. Pat is really wild over the idea that I'm planning a little trip to Europe with Roger.
You're gonna do what?
I am planning a trip to Europe with Roger. So Pat will just have to rescue me. Won't he?
Mary just said you were seeing Dee. How'd it go?
Well, she really enjoyed the idea that Jill's in trouble, and she flatly refused to give me a divorce, and she's running off to Europe with Roger. Otherwise, it went pretty well.
I don't want you. I want Bianca.
Truth.
I wanted to get back at you.
Who was it?
JR.
Twists.
Would you do me the honor of marrying me?
And mind-blowing turns.
Life could have been so different for us.
An unbelievable week on All My Children. Weekdays on ABC. And weeknights at 8 on Soapnet.
No one understands motherhood better than the women of The View.
Being a mother requires a sense of humor.
Have you ever debated a 2-year-old?
I sometimes feel like the mother hen on the show.
It's the mother of all shows.
The View, weekdays only on ABC.
Add whole grains to your morning with Special K multigrain oats and honey cereal. A blend of rolled oats and honey-kissed multigrain flakes is a delicious way to make your breakfast beautiful.
What's the difference between eHarmony and dating sites?
eHarmony puts you together based on your personality, and it just makes you feel confident that it's going to work. And it did work.
Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
Hi! It's water from the drinking fountain at the mall. Isn't it great? Thank you. Bye!
Great tasting tap water can now come from any faucet, anywhere. Introducing the Brita bottle with a filter inside.
Who's coming and who's going? Soapnet has a status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, Ingo Rademacher and Vanessa Marcel Giovinazzo say so long to poor Charles.
Wow.
And Constance Towers is back as troublemaker Helena.
It's true.
On One Life to Live, Tony Award-winning actress LaShawns debuts as Yvette, while Tuck Watkins returns as David Vickers.
What do you think about that?
And on All My Children, Josh Duhamel, Eva LaRue, and Torsten Kay take one more trip to Pine Valley.
I'm here to stay.
Keep up with the latest status updates on Soapnet and ABC.com.
So I know it was Bucky, but he still won't admit it.
What a kind, generous thing for him to do. Why are you sitting there in your coat, darling? You don't want to get overheated. You know, when you think about it, he really is quite right. $20,000 means relatively little to Buck, but to you and Jack, well, it means years of being in debt. I'm delighted that you've been spared that struggle.
What's so frustrating is I want to thank him.
Darling, he doesn't want you to thank him. Never mind. He'll think of something.
Is Jack still asleep?
Yes, he and little John are back there, whistling like a pair of tea kettles.
Oh. What happened with Dee and Frank?
Nothing very good, I'm afraid. No divorce.
You know, Delia is so negative and so destructive and so self-serving, and then she wonders why she's miserable all the time.
Darling, don't judge, Mary, don't judge.
You know what I was thinking the other night? That what Frank really wants, more than anything, is a home and somebody to share it with and bring up his children.
Oh, I do hope he can get his life together again, Mary.
You mean with Jill?
I do.
Ma, are you really resigned to his remarrying again?
Well, to be perfectly truthful, and just between the two of us, the thought of Francis Michael putting himself beyond the church, it breaks my heart. But then there are 2 children involved, little John and Jill's baby, and they certainly need a father and a home. And Jill and Frank would have a lovely life together. I mean, she's so bright and open and loving. And God knows they love each other. And she seems to care as much about his work as he does.
She cares, all right. Oh, I used to get furious with her. I mean, Frank would be ready to fall on his face with exhaustion. She'd keep on finding things for him to do. But, oh, Ma, would those kids have a wonderful time?
Wouldn't they, though?
Oh.
Frank would want them to be part of everything. And Jillian would have them out campaigning before they were out of diapers. Oh, do you think he could really get involved? You know, after Jill and he were married for a while and time had gone past, really get involved again in that political thing?
I really do, Ma. But it's going to take a while.
Mm. Darling, what is it?
Oh, I was just wishing, big wish, that Jack could learn to share Frank's feeling about children.
Oh, now you're assuming that he can't. Now who's being negative, Miss Mary?
I'm afraid that he can't. He sure isn't making much progress, is he?
Well, darling, one of the hardest things of all in life is to be expected to turn around and go in the completely opposite direction from where we were headed and leave everything familiar behind. I mean, for the past year and a half, Jack has been nurtured. You've loved him and taken care of him in a way and brought out all kinds of good things in the man. And to be fair, he's had a good effect on you, too. But now, overnight, without any warning, he's expected to turn around and do the nurturing. They expect him to stop being a child and to be a parent all of a sudden. Oh, that's hard, Mary, particularly when you're sick and in pain and living in your father-in-law's house, which doesn't exactly bring out the best in you. Come here.
Oh, you're
Give
so
me a kiss. Have a little faith, darling. It's all going to be all right.
Oh, I hope so.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the young and the restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on Soapnet. Want more of your favorite soaps?
It's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
Just gonna throw you down right there. Get that diaper off.
How can you be sure the leak is locked? Do the Leak Lock Lift Check.
Success.
Huggies Snug and Dry diapers are now even more absorbent.
We spend a lot of time on the feed because a chicken is what it eats.
This seal verifies we feed my fresh, all-natural chickens an all-vegetarian diet, including corn, soybeans, and marigolds.
No animal byproducts, no meat and bone meal.
When you put my chicken on the table, you know where it came from.
Brilliant color that defies damage. Thank you, Herbashine from Garnier. Herbashine, the only hair color with bamboo extract. Bamboo, like naturally strong. This amazing color actually fortifies my hair. And the color, in a word, radiant. And talk about shine. No ammonia, no worries, and not a gray in sight. 10 minutes for color like this? I spend more time getting into skinny jeans. Garnier Herbashine hair color. Fortified color, certified brilliant. Garnier, take care.
The moment to is finally here.
Who are you? I'm Todd Manning.
This week.
You took my family, you took my identity, you took my life.
You're a fake, and you are a freak.
Two Todds face off.
Go ahead and shoot me.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on Soapnet.
She thought she found the perfect family, but she has a mother of a problem.
Your mother tried to kill me.
Gwyneth Paltrow stars in the Soapnet movie event, Hush, Thursday at 2 on Soapnet.
People are talking about General Hospital's Sean Butler. Patricia Rich posted on Facebook, he is a good-looking bad boy with a good side. I'm really digging this one. Elizabeth Cross agrees. Oh yes, he is a sexy man. Suki Williams-Ellis adds, I trust my eyes when I look at him, and they like what they see. Judy McCoy says, good choice, GH. And Kathleen Hahn sums it up, so damn hot. People are talking about General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on Soapnet. This summer, the party's on Soapnet.
We have a party to rock.
You will never take over my life.
Nothing is going to change how I feel about you.
That love can't die, baby.
Oh, it is so on.
What? Shut up! And you won't believe who's coming. You're back. This is one summer shindig you don't want to miss.
I am ready to have the summer of my life.
Only on Soapnet. Down.
Dee?
Yeah, I'm in here. Come in. Oh, I'm really glad that you. It's the nicest thing that's happened to me all day
I can't
long.
believe you're doing it.
Do what?
Frank just told me you're going to Europe with Roger.
I'll bet Frank told you that because he knew that you would be mad at me.
I'm not mad. I'm worried half out of my mind.
Well, I'm glad
about
that you're worried. I mean, I'm glad that you care enough to worry about me. What I told Frank was I was considering going to Europe with Roger because I had nothing here. I mean, nothing that I can have anyway. I'm freezing in here. You know, Maeve leaves the windows open all the time, and Johnny's got this thing about leaving the thermostat at 66 degrees. Meanwhile, I'm turning into an absolute ice cube. I gotta get into something warmer.
Delia.
Look, what do you think is coming up for me in the future? Just be honest about it.
Well, I would hope that you would stay here with Mother and Da for a while. At least until you started feeling better about yourself. And then I think it might be a good idea to get a job. Part-time job at first, but something to get you out of the house.
It's not gonna do me any good. Can't do anything.
Look, Dee, this may sound cruel, but keep in mind that I mean it lovingly. I think you've been very careful to avoid learning how to do anything.
What?
Because you've always wanted to have somebody, Frank or me or somebody, to take care of you. If you couldn't take care of yourself, one of us had to do it, right?
You know, you're really hurting my feelings.
I don't mean to. I'm just trying to point out that if you were willing to grow up a little bit, to take yourself in hand, learn a skill, and you wouldn't have to go to Europe with Roger or anybody else.
Oh, then what happens? I grow up and I get a job. Then what happens to me then, huh?
Well, then you might think about getting your own apartment, someplace in the neighborhood. Then making a new appeal for partial custody of little John.
That's really terrific, except for one thing.
What?
Frightens me half to death. It really sounds lonely.
Oh, Dee.
You know, you're right about one thing. I need someone to care about me. But I want you to care about me. See, I know I can make you happy, and I just want us to love each other always. But since you say that we can't have that, well, then I just have to take what I can get. That's Roger.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at